from Tampa Bay streaming news leader. This is ABC Action News.
I'm James Tully. Greg D has your full weather forecast coming up. But first, here are your ABC Action News headlines. U.S. unemployment claims hit a staggering 6.6 million, another record high as layoffs accelerate during this pandemic. That's double the number from last week, and economists only expected 3.5 million people to file for unemployment for the first time this week. That number includes more than 227,000 claims in Florida alone. Right now, many employers are slashing their payrolls as many people stay home to try and stay healthy. Just after midnight tonight, the governor's safer at home order will go into effect. You're asked to stay at home as much as possible. You're also allowed to do things like get groceries and exercise. The order does list church services as essential. The state attorney's office says the governor's order does not undo more restrictive standards like those already set in place in Hillsborough County. A man accused of killing 3 people in Georgia, kidnapping a toddler, and leading police on a chase in Tampa is expected in court today. FDLE issued an Amber Alert for Cesar Crockett, 2-year-old son, yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, Tampa police spotted Crockett's car on I-75. That led to a high-speed chase. Crockett eventually crashed. Police rescued his son safely shortly after the crash, but had to negotiate for hours before Crockett surrendered. We're learning you'll no longer have to wait a week to receive unemployment benefits. That requirement has been waived for anyone who's filed for assistance from March 29th through May 8th. Many of you telling us you're having issues even filling out the application, though. The website went down this morning. The Department of Economic Opportunity says they've done some maintenance on their system last night and will be rolling out a mobile app in the next few weeks. They're now in the process of hiring more workers to process claims and handle your phone calls. This morning, some nurses in the Bay Area protested working conditions during the COVID-19 pandemic. This is part of multiple demonstrations that are happening all across 7 different states, drawing attention to hospital preparedness. National Nurses United is a union representing about 10,000 nurses working at hospitals managed by HCA Healthcare, and they're urging the hospital chain to protect RNs. And nurses also asking if patients with COVID-19 are being properly isolated, if hospitals are notifying employees of positive cases, and if there's adequate testing for staff. One nurse told us this morning the hospital is collecting N95 masks at the end of shifts to be reused. HCA Healthcare sent us a statement this morning saying they are doing everything they can to equip their employees and provide safe care. They say they're trying to find workable solutions to equipment shortages happening all over the world. 2 hotels in Hillsborough County just opened as COVID-19 shelters. One hotel will be used to isolate people who have COVID-19. The other will be used to quarantine people who were exposed to it. The Quality Inn and West Wing Hotel right next door to each other on Fowler and have 362 rooms. The hotels will only house people who have already been screened. These people can care for themselves but cannot quarantine at home because they live with someone vulnerable. They'll have access to food, telemedicine, and laundry, and the county has signed a 6-month lease for use of these sites. Greg?
Good morning, James. Hello, everybody. As we start off this day, we were a little chilly, but it is really going to warm up this afternoon. Upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Pretty breezy, too, early, but then that breeze dying down. We'll see low humidity, too, and that low humidity will stick around all day. Temperatures actually below where we should be for this time of year. Expect warmer weather to start the weekend in the low 80s with maybe a shower or 2 on Sunday. Your latest forecast always available in the ABC Action News app. James?
Thank you, Greg. You can now get news 24 hours a day on our free streaming news channel. Just download the ABC Action News app on Roku, Amazon Fire, Android TV, and Apple TV.